I'm Sheriff Chris Thomas, Onslow County Sheriff.
I'm Heather Marshburn, the victim advocate here at the Onslow County Sheriff's Office.
We're here today to discuss domestic violence, particularly domestic violence against women, and officers responding to these type of calls. Over the past 12 months, the Onslow County Sheriff's Office has responded to over 1,200 domestic violence calls. During that same period, we've received over 888 domestic violence protective orders, which we serve throughout the county. Of those, we served over 700 of those.
When deputies are finishing up on a domestic violence call, they do a domestic violence lethality form with the victim, and then they offer to call the crisis center for the victim. The Victim Center has an emergency shelter that they offer to victims of domestic violence. We often utilize that shelter. If the victim chooses not to at that time, I, as the victim advocate here at the Sheriff's Office, also follow up with that victim and offer them resources. And again, we can reach out to the shelter if they're in need of that at the Victim Center.
Law enforcement officers, when we respond to these type of calls, the tension is extremely high. Responding to domestic violence calls are the most dangerous, unpredictable calls that law enforcement can go to. We arrive upon the scene, and it can be as simple as two individuals arguing alone by themselves, or it can be a family full of people with children present and physical violence occurring when we get there. So it's all kinds of extremes that you can walk into. Most homicides that happen throughout our country are related to some type of domestic situation. By and far, well over half of the homicides we have are related to that. We get there and there's children there, they're being raised in this type of situation. And quite often, they're raised in a situation like that as they're growing up. They can quite frequently become an offender when they're older or a victim. So it kind of can continue through generations.
Domestic violence shows itself in many different forms, whether it be physical abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, or digital abuse. Some of these ways include gaslighting the victim, controlling their finances, isolating them from their family and friends, and making them feel like they have no way out. They work on the victim's self-esteem and make it where they don't have any. If you're in a domestic violence situation and it's an emergency, call 911. Let deputies respond, let us provide you resources, and help you. If you're not in an emergency situation at that time, please feel free to call me at the Onslow County Sheriff's Office or our Victim Center here in Onslow County. We can get you the resources you need and offer assistance and help.
If you're a victim of domestic violence, please reach out for help. Reach out to us, reach out to the Women's Center, reach out to a friend, because very seldom does the abuse decrease. It usually escalates and becomes worse and worse over time. You got to think about yourself, you got to think about the rest of your family. Please reach out for help.